One of the largest school districts in the country is shut down. Thousands of teachers and support staff are hitting the picket lines instead of going into work today. Tens of thousands of students are getting a very long weekend since support staff failed to reach a contract agreement with the Los Angeles Unified School District. The teachers union is walking out in solidarity with them.
There it is, baby. Solidarity forever. Because unless you got a sugar daddy, sugar mama, I've said it before, I'll say it a million more times, or sugar somebody, you work for a living. And that means we need to have solidarity no matter where you are on that hierarchy of being in the working class. Roughly 65,000 teachers and support professionals, including bus drivers, cafeteria workers, teaching aides, and grounds workers are expected to walk out from Tuesday through Thursday this week, nearly a year after SEIU Local 99, go ahead on SEIU, enter contract negotiations with LAUSD, the second largest school district in these United States of America. And what these support workers make is a speck of dust in the grand scheme of things, especially in Los Angeles. We know how high the cost of living is. I can guarantee you they not getting what Gregory getting. They not getting a $11 million bonus, far from it. The union is calling just for a 30% pay raise. I mean, that's a bargain. Pay increase for its members who earn an average of $25,000 per year, or roughly $12 per hour. According to the MIT living wage calculator, a living wage in Los Angeles area is more than $21 per hour for a single person with no children, and far more for people with children. Are you kidding me? Now, I visited LA many times, and just on my visits, John, it's very clear that you need more than $12 an hour to live. This is about quality of life. This is not just about surviving. They can barely survive on that because of the cost of living. But it seems like the structure in this country is not designed to ensure that people who are part of the everyday working class, that they have a high quality of life. They want them working until death. Talk about death do us part, like working unto death.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you combine these two stories and it's barely struggling to get by for even more years, which is fun. Yeah, sometimes we talk about these sorts of stories, and obviously, the cost of living can vary widely from one part of America to another. But this is where I live, so I can tell you that's crazy. $25,000. This isn't even about quality of life. This is about the ability to live on that pay, which we don't have to speculate about whether that would be possible. I'm sure you're gonna get to the stats about how many have to work multiple jobs. Clearly, it's not possible. And it's not like you're making almost nothing, but hey, whatever. That's the cost of having such an easy, unimportant job that you're doing. The job is critical to raising the next generation. It was already thankless before the increasing cost of living made it so difficult just to keep going. They work long hours, doing incredibly important work, often having to buy extra supplies themselves. It is insane that someone who is willing to throw themselves into that sort of arena and do that, as I said, always thankless work, they should be being paid amazingly well. 30% I'm not even sure if that's gonna stop many of them from having to work a second job.
Yeah. I'm sure many of them do work a second job. So many people in this country are working 2 and 3 jobs just to make ends meet. It used to be that a extra job was the extra money. It really was just a side hustle that you didn't need it. But now people absolutely need 2 and 3 jobs to survive. And if you're in places like LA or Seattle, Washington, or Chicago, New York, I mean, this is really, the cost of living is extraordinarily high. And Liz Schuler, president of the AFL-CIO, this is what Liz tweeted. LA schools must use its $4.9 billion in reserves to invest in staff, students, and educators. 1 in 3 Los Angeles teachers must work 2 jobs to survive, and not a single first-year educator can afford rent. Jesus Christ. Solidarity with UTLA now and SEIU Local 99. You better believe solidarity. And United Teachers of Los Angeles also tweeted, there are only two parties at the bargaining table fighting for families, students, and schools, and neither of them are at LA schools. We're fighting for resources for students, living wages for education workers, well-funded public schools, fully staffed schools. America, they're not asking for too much. And what is happening in LA, what happens in LA, what happens over there happens over here. We are all linked to this. Workers must unite. Solidarity forever.